So, very warm welcome to all our listeners. Today's session, the topic we are going to cover is baby massage, some myths and some facts, and our take on it. So, some of you who are our regular listeners, you may have come across a few things that we have discussed in our relevant circles, the previous circles, some myths about baby massage, but today we will cover some more myths about baby massage. And yes, so many of us, there are so many people saying so many things when to a new parent, uh, also including baby massage. So one hears so many things, what to do, what not to do, and not necessarily everything what you hear is correct. So it is very important to uh, understand and learn the correct and credible information, because over so many years, some things which were relevant earlier may not be relevant today. Some new discoveries that has happened, some scientific evidences we have, which says otherwise compared to what we hear about baby massage. So today we would love to cover all these myths about baby massage. And Jyoti, let's start with when to start baby massage, because like we have heard, and many new parents also hear this, that as soon as the baby is born, one should start massaging the baby, like as soon as day one. So is this true? And if not, then what is your take on it?
Uh, so, number one thing is that as we know, massage is a series of strokes and kneading or manipulating the skin and the muscles. That's how we define massage.
Hmm.
When a baby is born, immediately after that, baby does need skin to skin. They do need our touch. So they
Right.
need our physical proximity, they need our touch for them to be stimulated and for them to function in a healthy manner. It is absolutely a biological necessity. Some stroking, cuddling, rocking, all of that is required. But the actual massage techniques should be started only when the baby is ready, and that's not before 3 weeks of age. And we are talking of a full term baby born, with all healthy parameters. We are talking of
Right.
in this
Hmm.
case. So
Right.
to your question, right after birth, we do lot of touch, hugs, holding, rocking, cradling, etc. But the massage starts only after the baby is 3 weeks or older. And then
Correct.
too, when we start the massage, we do it in a age appropriate way. Right in the beginning, we start with just about 5 minutes a day, and as the baby grows, we also add in, the time to that. So for example, when the baby is 3 months, you should be doing about 10 to 15 minutes. At 6 months, about 20 minutes, and up to a year, no more than 30 minutes is required.
Right. Right. So massage is introduced gradually, in a gradual manner. The time is increased in in a specific manner.
Yes.
Got it. Got it.
So, Alpa, also we hear about, taking forward on the same thing. When another thing we hear is about pressure. Like how much pressure should I use? The harder is better. I should massage for longer time, because the longer I massage the baby, the better it is going to be. And if I get more pressure, give more pressure, then the bones will be stronger. So we've had many parents come up with things like, these concerns and queries. So let's hear from
Right.
you about that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So we do hear the things that you mentioned, Jyoti. The harder the massage, the pressure when it is applied, hard pressure. the baby's bones get stronger. So that is a myth, which is not true. A baby's bones and even the skin, they are immature, they are soft, they are fragile, and very hard and harsh pressure can uh, the it can come across with medical issues, like there can be abrasions on the skin, or there sometimes is some sepsis, or there is a joint dislocation. So all these things can happen due to a very hard pressure. So what is recommended instead is a gentle yet firm pressure, and the strokes in a rhythmic way. So no more hard or harsh pressure is required. A gentle pressure is what is recommended, and that is accepted well by the baby. Then you said longer the better. So even in your previous question, as you explained, uh, the baby tends to get overstimulated. So there is a manner, like the massage is introduced with a 5 minutes to 10 minutes at the beginning. Gradually it goes up to 15 to 20 minutes, and no longer than 30 minutes a day for a child, like around a year or so. So more, if you massage the baby, it's not more beneficial. One should keep
Right,
in
what you're
mind the
saying.
recommended, yes, the recommended
Correct.
time durations. And yeah, so that's what
Right.
I, yes. And Jyoti, next I would like to touch upon, we hear so many parents asking us about uh, some some aunt has said, recommended that apply so and so upton that will make your baby's face, baby's complexion fairer, and some other lape or loe that they say to remove unwanted hair from baby's body. So what do we recommend for that, and how far true is this, that uptons and things like this can help in improving the complexion or removing the unwanted hair?
Right. So, um, n- natural ingredients are wonderful. We absolutely recommend natural products, etc. Having said that, we do want people to understand natural does not mean that it is not potent, that it does not have any, cannot give any reaction, or
Hmm.
that it doesn't have a chemical composition. Every natural ingredient also has its own chemical constitution and causes certain, has certain effects.
Right.
So we have to keep in mind when babies are very young, we want to minimize everything that is put on their skin and what we are feeding them. Just like when you feed a baby in the beginning, you are keeping it like, either just breast milk or a specific thing and not overloading their system. In the same way, please understand that baby's skin is very immature, fragile, delicate. So in the beginning, you want to minimize whatever you're putting onto it. So keep away from things like, things like haldi, lasan actually are quite potent. Even though they are
Yeah.
natural, they are very potent and powerful. So it can cause reactions, and a baby's system may not be able to process it. Um, and then many people, for example, use besan. Now besan is from chana is also a known allergen for many people. So we have
Right.
to keep in mind that when we use these things on a baby's skin, we are, there may be reactions, there may be rashes. We don't want to use abrasive things on a baby's skin. So we recommend staying away from these things. Use just the oils, kind of oils we've spoken about earlier. Use an oil for a baby's daily massage, gentle yet firm pressure, as you mentioned. That massage will take care of, the hair as we speak. Here, I would like to again mention that the hair a baby is born with, which is excess, falls off over the first few weeks or months. What
Hmm.
does not fall off will anyway is genetic. It will stay, and what
Right.
is going to fall off is going to fall off anyway, even with your normal massage, a gentle massage. So you don't need to use abrasive things to try and pull the hair out,
Hmm.
because it may seem to you it's coming out easily with the lowy lape, upton, etc. But over time, with even with the normal massage and bath and sponging, it will come out when it's ready. So you don't need to pull it out before it's time. I'm talking of the excess hair,
Right.
which the
Yeah.
baby is born with. Whatever
Yeah.
is left is, or comes back, is genetic, and the baby is going to have that. You can't stop that. The second
Right.
thing is about the complexion. We genetically, we all have a certain complexion, um, and it's unless you use certain harsh chemicals, etc., you really can't change it.
Hmm.
Yes, by with a massage you can achieve a certain sheen or a look of moisturization, etc.
Hmm.
But we don't recommend using any products to try to make a baby's complexion fairer, because again it's genetic. When a baby is born, they take first few months before the complexion settles, because of many hormones that are cascading in their body. So no amount of putting certain things on a baby skin is going to change their complexion from a given shade to another shade. That
Right.
is a myth. That is a myth. So we don't recommend that. Do a gentle massage, keep the baby skin hydrated. Don't use abrasive things. Don't use potent chemicals which can cause reactions in babies. Even if you do want to add herbs and fragrances, do it after the baby is 4 5 months old. And then to make sure the ingredients that you're getting are pure, unadulterated, and of standardized nature. Right, when you just buy it off
Yeah.
the market without knowing the standardization, the potency can vary from species to species, from supplier to supplier. So you have to be careful about these things. So we recommend just not bothering about the hair and fairness, just do a normal oil massage, keep the skin clean, hydrated, and that works wonders for everything. So going
Correct.
from there, Alpa, we also hear about, like, some parents have, in our classes we've come across examples where parents have been told that the malish wali came and pinched my baby's nipples, because the nipples were swollen, and it seemed there is witch's milk and it can be taken out by pressing the nipples. Or
Hmm.
that they were saying, the malish wali said, press the head hard, because there is soft spot has to be closed, and when you press the head, then you help the spot close faster. Or you
Hmm.
give shape to the head, or pull the legs and make the legs straight, because many babies have bow legs in the beginning. So let's share with the parents, Alpa, what we feel about these things.
Yes, definitely. So let's take one point at a time, about pinching babies' nipples. They sometimes seem to be swollen. The baby's nipple seems to be swollen uh, right after birth, maybe for a few weeks. And there is a reasoning behind that. It is the excess hormones because of which the baby's nipples seems to be swollen. And as time goes, it settles on its own. And this is a very wrong practice. Sadly, we hear it, and it's still being practiced by some malishwalis, and it's very hazardous to health. So it is absolutely not recommended to pinch baby's nipples to remove any milk. This is not to be done at all. Given a few days or a few weeks, it settles on its own. Secondly, you mentioned pressing the baby's head to make it a round shape. So even this has a logical reasoning behind it. If the baby's head is like uh, it, many a times the baby's head seems like a pointy shape,
Conical,
right
yeah.
after conical shape right after birth. So this is there due to the friction it has gone through while going through the birth canal, and the baby's bones will fuse on its own over the course of next few days and first few weeks. One should
Even
not,
years, actually
even
years, yeah.
years. Yeah, the head may take longer, that's right, not just first few days, but it could take longer for the head to the bones in the head to fuse. So one should never apply any hard pressure to give a round shape to the head, because it is going to take its own time to take the normal shape, like a roundish shape. And the soft spot which is there, so even that one can apply a little oil, can do a little gentle massage, but uh, giving any extra or hard pressure on the head is not recommended. It can lead to many medical issues. Then moving on to uh, babies pulling off the legs of the baby, sometimes to maybe increase the height. Some people say that I was told to pull my baby's legs so he becomes longer, he or she becomes longer. Sometimes the baby's legs are told to pull because, as you mentioned, some babies have this bow shaped legs. So again, the legs are bow shaped because the baby has stayed in the mother's womb for so long, and sometimes the some of the babies have the bow legs even after the birth, but with normal gentle massaging over a couple of months, the legs takes its own shape. And pulling the legs for height, there is no logical reasoning behind it. As we discussed, the the hair on the body is genetic, the complexion is genetic, so is height, it is also genetic. So no amount of pulling the legs or any body part is going to help in increasing the baby's height in any which ways. So
Right,
I hope
right.
that clears this.
Yes, yes. And going forward, maybe in the future years, exercise and all, of course, and a good diet helps.
Yes,
But pulling
yes,
of the legs is not going to help with the bow legs, or so that
yeah,
also may take a couple of years to straighten out the bow legs, and the head will take a couple of years to straighten out, to, like, for the soft spots to
to
fill
take
in, for
its
the bones to be
shape.
fused. Yes, but in case you find that baby has, by sleeping on one side, they are getting a flat head on one side, you can try changing their position, use certain kind of pillows, and over time, if you feel that something's you need some help, you can check with your doctor what is to be done for the head. But
Right.
please do not press the head to with pressure to try and give it shape. Also, like Alpa
Yes.
mentioned, you can put oil in the soft spot. You don't need to heat the oil a lot. Please don't pour hot oil over there. Just maximum, if you want, just warm it to a temperature, and check the temperature on the inside of your wrist. Pour the oil on the inside of your wrist. That's a sensitive part. If it is comfortable for you there, you may use
Hmm.
it on the baby's forehead, or sorry, on the baby's fontanelle, the soft spot, but nothing warmer than that. So Alpa, I'll add
Yes.
one more point here. Is
Yeah.
also, like, many a times parents are also told, or they see the maleshwali holding the baby by the neck, and shaking the baby and saying that,
Yeah.
this this is good for a baby's health, and for whatever reason it frees up. So let me also just help the parents here that please do not let anybody do these things unless they have had formal training with someone who understands physiology, anatomy, etc., or why they are doing what they are doing. Just because someone has massaged 40 babies does not mean what they are doing is right. They might have injured 20 babies out of 40. So please proceed with caution. Um, Experience should also be accompanied by training from a credible place,
Right.
where they are taught things with time tested techniques, evidence based knowledge and information. So make sure anyone who prescribes things like hang the baby by the neck, pour oil into nostrils or eyes, please make sure you know what you're doing. Wherever you feel things are not right, please put a stop to it. Check back with your doctor and see how you want things to proceed from there. We don't recommend these things. We don't recommend the baby being hung by the neck by some malishwali, or pouring the oil into nostrils and eyes, etc.
Right, Jyoti. And we have also heard about some moms describing hanging the baby, but upside down, holding the baby from the ankles and hanging the baby upside down, maybe for 30 seconds or whatever, 1 minute or something. So we have also come across some mothers telling us this, which is also
Hmm.
absolutely avoidable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So,
So Alpa,
yes.
okay, you go. You go.
Okay. So I was coming on to our next point, which is this is very commonly heard by most of the new moms, and they come and share with us that people tell them that it's okay for the baby to cry. The babies do cry during massage. It is absolutely okay for the baby to cry during the massage, and in a few days they get used to, and then they stop crying during the massage. So, what would you say about this, Jyoti?
I would say no, it is not okay for the baby to cry during the massage. Again, I will say it is not normal for the baby to cry, although it is common for the baby to cry, because many a places we are seeing the malishwalis coming, or the massage is being done at the same time every day, whether the baby is hungry, cranky, wants to sleep. We don't care. We just go ahead ki subah 9 baje is the malish ka time, or 9 o'clock I have to massage the baby. I will massage the baby. We have to go by a baby's schedule in the beginning. We have to also understand that babies can sense their primary caregivers from other people by smell, by touch. So they feel comforted when their primary caregivers are around them. They know their touch. If somebody else touches them, comes close to them, they may feel insecure, or someone else who's touching them might be using too much pressure, too little pressure. They may be feeling pain or discomfort. So a baby may be crying too due to one reason or the other. When a baby cries, they are trying to signal something. So we must take pause and hear what the baby is saying. I think we are
Sorry
running
to
out of
interrupt,
time,
Jyoti.
Alpa.
Yes, yes.
We'll continue next time.
Thank you for watching. For more such videos, do like, share, and subscribe to the First Parents.